when you start to tap into it, not only do you have the ultra processed foods, then as you say, you have all of these microplastics, and then suddenly you look at all of the chemicals that are just sitting in your home, and then the clothes that you wear, and the more you look into it, it is really terrifying. So where did you start? What point do you direct clients into, and yourself or someone who's listening to this? Because it sounds quite overwhelming to throw everything you own out and start again, and also very financially steep
Yeah.
of a lifestyle change for
Yes.
something that they might even be skeptical about, because although it's a massive lifestyle change, it almost seems quite simple, if that makes sense as well.
Yeah. No. So it was progressive. And what I tell our clients is don't think that you have to throw everything out overnight. So, for example, we started getting rid of the plastic cups in our house. We had tons of these, like from restaurants, plastic cups. So, every time I would go to the store and they had something stainless steel on sale, I would buy it and I would take it home. And so we would get one at a time and we would get it on sale. So now we have a huge collection of, stainless steel cups and bowls and things like this. Same thing, like when you're working with changing your diet and you want to make sure that you're eating organic. Well, you don't have to go to your spice cabinet and throw everything out. Next time you need garlic powder, grab yourself organic garlic powder. Or, next time you're buying apples, buy the organic apples. So really you can slowly do these things. I tell parents you need Pyrex to store your food. Get it on sale at, you know, Target or Amazon or wherever. Buy one box of it, start there and start getting rid of some of these other things. So it's progressive. We do try to convince people that diet changes upfront are really pretty significant. So we usually get everybody gluten-free, dairy-free right from the start, low sugar, just really starting to reduce inflammation. So not it does not have to be like rip the band-aid off. You have to get rid of everything. It's how can you change things over time?
Yeah, exactly. It's that incremental changes. And
Mhm.
then I guess it can be quite overwhelming when you are fighting against these marketing giants who are then marketing, exploiting this. Oh, this is that. But I guess if you're buying organic apples, then that means that they're not made with the chemicals, because you have all of these certifications that you can't just slap organic on anything. So I guess that is quite a good way to look for those certifications that you know that you trust, not something that you're not really sure of. Or look where the meat is from, where you're buying it. Is it from somewhere way, way far away? You're buying lamb from New Zealand, it's probably gonna be pretty old by the time it gets to you, and just little simple things like that. I think can avoid the overwhelm, and obviously looking at the ingredients list is really a great way to start. But again, very overwhelming because there's so many horrible chemicals that you don't even know what they are when you start to look at the ingredients list. So quite good tangible examples that you've given there that I think people can really apply to their lives from day one, really.
Yeah.
So, can you talk to me about the work that you do then as well? And you've done this research, obviously, because of your son predominantly got you into it, and obviously, you found a great passion for it. Can you talk to me about the work that you do now?
Yeah. So I am the owner of the Tick Disorder, CEO owner of the Tick Disorder Institute Regenerating Health. So we work with tick disorder and Tourette's clients, most of them really also dealing with OCD, sensory processing disorder, anxiety, so ADHD. We see a lot of comorbidities in this population. Most of the clients we work with at the Tick Disorder Institute are pediatric. We do have adult clients, but most of them are pediatric. And then I am also the co-founder of a company called Elite Gene Labs, where we train practitioners to utilize genomic testing, specialty genomic testing in their practice to improve their practice results for their patients and clients. Um, so I have the genomics is really a deep, deep passion for me, which is why we had started this genetics training company, because I definitely saw a need for people being able to use the genetics as a roadmap to get their clients and patients better results.
And to what extent do genetics actually impact the lifestyles that we lead?
Yeah, so we use genetics as a roadmap, and there is a saying out there that genetics loads the gun, environment pulls the trigger. But really, the way that we are using it and the way that we are teaching it is, yes, you have genetic variants that may impact, how much inflammation you have in your body or how well you process certain nutrients. how well you detoxify. We can look at all of these things. But then we can also look at them and say, hey, we know genetically you're not a great detoxifier. You don't make a lot of glutathione genetically. So, what can we do in your environment to change that? Can we get rid of these toxins that you're, the bleach, the pine sol that you're cleaning with at home? Can you look at the things that you are exposed to out in the environment? If you're working in an office building and your office is right next to the cleaning closet where all the chemicals are, can you move your office? Can we get your office to stop using all of these chemicals? So really, this is just one example how we use it as a roadmap. If you have the genetics for some aggressive inflammation, it's a great way for us to say, hey, let's have this conversation about how you can follow a low inflammatory lifestyle and what does that look like for you. And then the other thing that we do is I don't believe that any test is going to give you all the answers that you need. And genetics is, genomics is one of them. It's not going to give you all the answers you need. So we really need to look at not just your genes as a roadmap, but what are those outside influences? If you're, having digestive issues and you're not feeling well and you're not sleeping well, let's look at your genetics for how well your gut may or may not be working. And then let's look at a stool pathogen test. Well, what's really going on in your gut and how do those two connect so that we can come up with a really good solution that's personalized for you?